and welcome back. Today we are making a grown and sexy chocolate red wine cake. You don't want to miss it. Come on in. All right, first thing we're going to do is get going with our butter and sugar. So I've already got the butter in here. I'm going to add the sugar. Now we're using white sugar and brown sugar, and you're thinking to yourself, why two kinds of sugar? Well, you could use just one, but the molasses in the brown sugar gives a really nice richness to this cake. And I told you it was red wine chocolate cake, so you know, rich is what we want. Stop this in the middle of it because I want you to understand when you're doing this, you got to go in and scrape these sides down, okay? And you really want this to whip up nice and fluffy. So be patient with it. Don't just get it in there and say, oh, it looks like it's ready. Not. Let it keep going. Trust me. All right, see how this looks now? Nice and fluffy. That's what we were trying to go for. Next, what we're going to do is add our eggs in. And then when you're making cakes, you want to add your eggs one at a time and make sure each egg is incorporated before you add the next one. So I put the first one in. Keep going. All right. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add our vanilla. I'm putting in about 2 tablespoons of vanilla. That might seem like a lot to you because usually in cakes it's like a teaspoon, but I've never believed in that. And since this is my cake, I'm doing it my way. And I honestly believe you need vanilla. Let's get this going. Now we're going to start adding our cocoa powder. Now you want to be a little careful with this because this stuff can go all over the place. So I'm putting it in just a little at a time, and I'm going to turn the speed on slowly to incorporate it so we don't have a huge mess in the kitchen, because it's possible. Just adding a little bit at a time. All right, now we're going to stop and scrape down the sides because we've gotten our cocoa powder in here. And we're going to start adding our wine and flour. Now we're using cake flour today. The reason we're using cake flour is because cake flour has a slightly lower amount of protein in it, which means that you will get gluten so your cake will stick together, but it won't be dense and tight. Normally you might use some type of buttermilk or cream, but this is where the red wine portion of the program comes in. All right, see, I wanted to pour the wine in there, and I need to go for the cake flour first. All right, we're gonna go in portions. Just a little cake flour first. All right. And mix. Stop this, add some more flour, little at a time. And you want to use a nice rich red wine. I'm using Merlot today, but a Merlot or a Cabernet is the best kind of thing to use for this because you want the richness. Pinots are good as well, but sometimes they're just a little lighter and you're not getting the fullness that you really want in the cake because this is a rich cake, baby. I can't even play with y'all. All right, everything is in. I've given it a good mix. I'm going back with my spatula doing my last mix around because you don't want to over mix it. Once you get that flour in there, just let it mix in and then let it go because if you go too long, it's going to develop a lot of gluten and then your cake's not going to be smooth like you want, okay? All right, that looks good. Look at that. Oh. All right, I'm going to taste the cake batter because I'm dangerous. I like to live dangerous. Oh my God, it's so good. And the wine will cook out, so no one should get drunk off this cake. All right, I'm gonna get a pan so we can put it in the pan. Put the pan in the oven. All right, now we are going to pour our cake batter into this bundt pan that has been well sprayed. However you wanna do that, you can use baking spray, you can go old school and use shortening and flour. Pick your way, I'm not gonna say nothing about you, but fill this puppy up. You want to get it to about 2/3 of the way full max, okay? Because it's going to rise a little bit usually while you're cooking. And if you go too far to the top in the beginning, you got to know where to go. But I think we should be okay. This is a really rich cake. All right, now that our cake is ready to go in the oven, we're gonna put it in a 350-degree oven for about 50 to 60 minutes. It depends on your oven and how the cake cooks, okay? So keep an eye on it. We'll check it after 50 minutes and we'll see. We'll know when it's done. Okay, so now that our cake is out of the oven, I took it out after 50 minutes, beautiful. We're gonna make our ganache, and I'm making it now because I want the cake to cool a little bit. So I'm starting off with some semi-sweet chocolate chips and butter. I'm gonna melt this in the microwave in 30-second increments. Each time you're gonna stir it a little bit. Don't get impatient and put it on for a minute because you're gonna burn the stuff, okay? 30-second increments. Here we go. Now, if y'all are anything like me, this is the scariest moment, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. When we pull this up, if it ain't right, we're gonna make a trifle. Y'all tell me, is it right? Is it right? Is it right? Woo-hoo, yes. It's a very rich cake, so you don't want it super thick, see? So here I've got my ganache, which is my chocolate with a little butter and red wine. I'm gonna add one more little drop of red wine to here, okay? Ooh. And this red wine we're not cooking out. Just, oh my God, that looks so good. And we're gonna drizzle this all over. So I've got a spoon here. My drizzle game ain't what it's supposed to be. I done got older. So you know I don't drizzle like I used to. Look at that. Are y'all praying with me on this drizzle? Look at that. Look at that. You see that? That's gonna really intensify the flavor even more. And I'm gonna keep going over it. I'm trying to be fancy now. You know how you do the little fancy. And be warned, y'all, this cake is really, really rich. Don't try to just sit down and get a chunk of it like, ooh, I love chocolate cake. I do, well, no, I don't. But chocolate cake is good, but this will be just a little too much for you. Take my word. All right, nothing to do but taste this thing now. Oh, Jesus. You know what? I try to keep decorum when I do these videos, you know, so I don't look just like a greedy little something. But some days, you just got to let it be what it is, y'all. Do you see this? Do you see it? Okay, here we go. The ganache and the powdered sugar. Oops. I'm excited, I can't even pick it up. This cake is rich, and it's not like thick, dense, but you can taste the flavor like it's intentional. Y'all, this thing is so good. Don't waste this on the kids. I'm serious. This is grown folk food, grown and sexy food. I'm gonna get into this. Thank you for joining me. I'm Chef Lorious. Had a ball cooking with you today. Please make this like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.